you guys, to another exciting, amazing night with yours truly, Sylvia Camille. I hope that you had a wonderful week because I did. Remember, last week, word of the week was congratulations. We were spreading congratulations because this is the season of the year where so many people are finishing high school, graduate school, a lot of accomplishments. And, last Sunday, was my single release party for my single, My Angel. And if you did not get a chance to look at the episode from last week, please log on and find out about how you can download and purchase a hard copy of My Angel. Well, the word of the week this week, what I'm going to leave you with is perseverance. What does perseverance mean? Well, let me tell you if you don't know, if you don't remember. It's doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. So it might be a delay, but if you persevere, you can get to that goal. And let me tell you, our guest tonight, Ravee Sloan, has been persevering through her pain, guys. So she is an author, an entrepreneur, and an artist. Let's just go ahead and bring her into the room.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, guys. Yes, we have Ravee Sloan here tonight. And I know her as Tammy. She is my friend and my church member at Flipper Temple AME Church. So I call her Tammy. But I want to first start off. Let's talk about tell us about your name and tell us about what do you call it?
It's a pseudonym. And
Pseudonym.
I am born as Tammy. I am named after my grandmother on my mother's side. So I feel that honor and privilege. So I didn't want to release me from that, but my children wanted to be a part of my growth and my journey. And my son's name was Terry, and my daughter's name is Raven. And I took those two names and put it together and came up with Ravry. So my pseudonym is Ravee Sloan for my being an author, being an artist, and now stepping into this entrepreneurship as a business owner of a paint party business. So here I am, Ravee Sloan.
Ravee Sloan. I want us first, let's talk about the journey with Ravee Sloan, the author first.
Okay. So for me, being an author, I was at a point in my life and I wasn't sure what direction I should go. I didn't finish college. I am a college dropout. Thanks to Kanye, it's good. But I was a college dropout. So I really felt like, where's my life going without a degree? Mm-hmm. And from there, I start having an intimate relationship with my faith, with my God. I'm a Christian. And it was an intimate relationship with my faith. And God directed me that you're going to be a writer. And the only thing I can say is, a writer? I know how to be a writer. That was the funniest thing. And this was over a weekend, literally. And then Monday, I went to work and sat at the computer and opened Word. And I had been writing books and things ever since. I only have 2 books published, but I've been writing other than the 2 books actually published. And that's where the author part of me came. It was a time for me to express myself, to entertain, to engage, and to relate. Because so many times I've been going through things in my life and I thought I was the only one. Yeah. But the more I started writing and talking with other people and promoting my book, I realized, no, I'm not the only one. So this was my first avenue for a door opening to connect with other people.
I love it. That's a beautiful story. And you still write today, but now you are an artist and you are painting. So let's talk about that journey also. How did that come about?
Well, I always knew I was a creative person. I wasn't sure that writing was my only avenue. But in September 2016, my son was murdered. He was 26 years old. His name was Terry Jason Dawson II. He was an artist himself in music and art. He graduated from Stillman College, and his nickname was Terry Hawk. So that's the name that he kind of goes by. He had green locks, tall guy, very colorful. He believed in himself. He believed in his faith. And the one thing I want to say, Camille, that I don't even think Flipper Temple was aware of how they embrace my babe. They love my bae. Even when I didn't want to get up and go to church, my son was waking me up saying, "We're not going today." Even when he was in school, he would come home and make his way to Flipper Temple
Yeah.
because he was so embraced for who he was. So in September, after my son passed, and he was an artist, a physical artist, he, visual artist, he drew, he did things like that. After he passed, God awakened something within me, and all of a sudden now I'm an artist. I paint, I draw, I sketch things I never did before he passed. So I've been painting and doing everything in the arts, the visual arts, since 2017. So a year after he passed, I think he would be so proud of me right now
I know he
for
would.
keeping doing what he started that I didn't even know I had. So anytime I get to paint, show my paintings, do an event, have an interview, I get to introduce you to my son. And
Mm,
if that's my only purpose in this world from this day forward, is to introduce you to him, because he was such a good kid. He was a good kid. He was a loving kid. He was
yes,
a faithful kid. And if people don't know outside of Flipper, he was a faithful kid.
yes.
He prayed. He made sure that God was his first go-to with any decision that he made in life. And I am just continuing his journey through the gifts that I have at this point.
Good. I love it. That's a beautiful story, Tamara. That is a beautiful story because I always wondered when I first saw you, I was like, oh, she's painting. And I always, in my mind, I was like, is that how she is coping? Would you call it a coping mechanism? Because that was very, very hard for you to lose your son in the way you lost him. So has this also been a coping mechanism for you? Because there might be a mother who's listening to your story right now, and the way you have taken that pain and you have embraced it, because you could have just given up on life, but you didn't do that. So I just commend you, and I want to say that I'm so proud and thankful that you kept moving through the pain and you're doing something.
It definitely was a coping mechanism, but even in the beginning, I didn't look at it as that. I
Mhm.
just was trying to live the next day, live the next moment. And at that time, even though I was an author, I couldn't write. I had no inspiration to write, but I
Mm.
had a deep desire to create. So I didn't know what to do. So literally, I had a friend who, one weekend, she was like, let's get some art stuff and let's create.
Mm.
And so we did. We went and got the art stuff. She was like, I'm coming back tomorrow and we'll create some things. So I was looking forward to it. It felt so good. She didn't come back the next day. So it was months went by and this art supplies were sitting at my house. And I finally hit her up and I said, well, I'll pay you for what you paid. The receipt is in the bag, but I feel like I need to create. And I sat down at a blank canvas and I have been creating ever since. And it's not only do I create something, I release anger or
Mm.
confusion or
Yes.
sadness, or this is my time to connect and reflect from within. And I enjoy something at the end. I'm not trying to be the best painter, writer, woman, citizen. I'm not trying to be the best of it. I'm just trying to do my best. And
Yes.
doing my best, I feel relief. I feel joy. I feel all of that. And that's what I feel when I paint. I feel release. I feel I matter. I feel I have purpose. I
Mm.
feel that I have something to share with the world, to leave with the world, to help encourage my daughter. Even though my son passed in 2016, I still have a daughter. And
Right.
I knew I had to give her, I couldn't not give her 100%.
Yes.
So I had to deep down, to dig deep within and just say, how can I continue giving her all of me without making her feel like I'm not all to her because I lost a son.
Yes.
So it was a journey that I had to go on. I didn't want her to think, well, I only have half a mom
Yes.
now that my brother passed. So no, I needed to make sure that she knew that she was just as important. And in my goals, my movements in this world, my happiness, she's a part of it as well. So I had to find strength, even in the moments that I didn't know I could, because no parent wants that phone call.
Yes.
And I got it. but I had to make sure that I was there for her to make sure that she didn't feel a parent's pain. She's a sibling.
Yes.
I wanted her to miss her brother, but I didn't want her to go through what I was going through as a mother.
Mm. Do you remember what that first canvas looked like when you painted?
It was my son wore green locks, and I had a lime green paint in front of me, and I literally said, "Well, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it with this green paint."
Mm.
Matched his hair. So literally, I put green canvas paint on the canvas without an image or an idea where I was going. And from there, I said, well, I started growing my locks because of him, and he had locks. So whatever I'm doing, it's going to be with someone with locks. Because at this point, the canvas is green, and that was my first piece, and I love it. But I can honestly look back at day one canvas to day now canvas and see my growth.
And see your growth.
I see my growth. I actually have eye hand coordination now. I didn't have that.
Yeah, that before.
It just felt good to create. So at that point, I didn't care what it was. I just knew I had to do it.
So you talked about digging deep within inside of yourself. How deep do you have to go? Like,
Oh wow. I had to go deep enough to connect with my faith.
mm,
So before my son passed, I was on this journey of my faith, and I didn't even know why. I didn't even know where all of this energy came from. So I knew it was a journey I had to do. Looking back now, I was preparing for a moment that I didn't know was coming,
yes.
because all I was doing was connecting with my faith, who I am, what I have to offer, my purpose, my the love God has for me, the creation of me. I was just at that place of really um embracing my purpose here in this world, that God made me for a reason. I wasn't a mistake. I'm just not the daughter of Calvin and Eleanor, but
Mm,
God made me and needed me for a reason to do something. And I didn't know what it was then. And I still don't know. But what I do is feel good. And as long as I feel good, I keep taking steps and I feel gooder. Then I keep taking steps and I feel gooder. You know what I mean? So, and I know those aren't words, but literally, I look for the moment that I feel good. I call it a birthday feeling.
mm,
Most people feel good when their birthday is coming up, whether
yeah.
it's a couple of days before, the day of. So in life, I always say, how can I get this birthday feeling? How can I feel like it's my birthday right now, today, at this moment, even when it's not my birthday? And from there, I'm creating from a place of abundance and love and acceptance and, opportunity. So I'm creating from a different place when I seek and search for that birthday feeling.
That's beautiful. I've never heard anyone describe an emotion like that, but it makes sense because on your birthday, you are like ecstatic. I'm just so happy, thanking God that I see another day and to carry that energy with you day by day. That's beautiful, Tim.
Yeah.
That's
And
beautiful.
I use that a lot. Like literally I may wake up and say, you know what, I really need to feel this birthday feeling today. And from there, everything responds to my energy from
Mm,
energy that I put out there. So I try to raise my energy, create my energy. I understand that I have control of how I feel. I have
yeah.
no control of this world, but I have control of how I feel in this world. And I choose the birthday feeling for my feelings for this world.
I love that. I'm gonna have to steal that. I love that, Tammy. Whenever I feel down and depressed, I'm gonna be like, Tammy, I need my birthday feeling. I need that to jump because that's so true. We are so excited, and if you could just, that's an awesome nugget. That's
And
an
most of us only feel that way one day out of a year. But if you understand you have the power to control how you could feel like that every day of
mm,
every, throughout the year. Every moment, the moment you don't feel that feeling, you could decide, this is the feeling that I want. And God, the universe will come together and give you the necessary tools, the energy, the people, the opportunity, the doors opening.
yeah.
Everything will come to you when you decide I want to be in this feeling of feeling good. It's about feeling good. It's not about what's going on. It's about how you feel. It's always something going on in the world. It's always something going on with someone or a race or a religion or a political side or whatever. But at the end of the day, you only have control of how you feel in this world. And I take control of how I feel and I make my days great. Every day isn't great, but I choose to find the great in the days and I make myself get in the position to understand I have control of how I feel. And I take responsibility for that. No one else is responsible that for me. I can't blame my parents, my
Mhm.
friends, my jobs, my church, my community, my race, my gender. No one is in control of how I feel but me. So once I learned to take control of that, life has been good for me, even in the darkest times, even in losing my son.
What was there a time after Terry's death you felt like giving up?
I never felt like giving up. I felt guilty for moving on.
Mm.
I felt like, am I supposed to be enjoying life when life took my son from me? Am I supposed to enjoy doing the things that I'm doing when he's not here? Someone took his life. He didn't die of a disease or because he killed himself or a car accident. Someone decided, literally, they decided, let's go kill him. And they did. So, yeah, I felt guilty for moving on and enjoying life without him. And even now, I have to think about how he was to me, how much he loved me. Then I have to say, well, you know what? He would want me to enjoy this.
Mhm.
He was the son to me to make sure I enjoyed this. So why wouldn't I enjoy it? But I have my moments where I feel guilty for enjoying life when he's not here and he suffered.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel guilty about that
How do you pull yourself out of that?
because I know his goal was always to make me happy.
Mm.
So I find that place.
Yes. And you are in a happy place, Tammy.
Yeah, I really am. But I do. I miss those moments and I miss that he's not here.
Yes. But I am so proud of you. And I said that to you, the love and I've always loved you. you know,
Yeah.
we're family at the church. And of course we were all devastated, and I share my sister Charmer with losing, Chad, my
Yeah.
nephew. So the pain a mother having to lose a young child at that age, but I commend you and my sister both because you have a story to tell and you've been pushing through the pain and you're
Yeah.
a painting and
Yes.
you already were an author and now you're an artist and
Yeah.
now you're an entrepreneur. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about your business.
Okay. So because I get so much pleasure from creating in the name of Terry
Yeah.
and as well as myself, that I felt like I needed to share this in a business venture.
Mhm.
And I created what I call pop-up paint parties. And it's only pop-up paint parties for a moment because my goal is to get a venue and have my own space to do paint parties, sipping paints, painting sips, or however you want to call them. Um, I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get myself together.
That's okay.
Um, but I get so much joy from it that I can't help but share what God and the universe has given me to share with others. I can't help but share it. It means so much to me. We have so much fun at the parties, whether it's a private party or a venue party where people are invited. The goal is for me to sketch the images on the canvases. So
Mhm.
when you come in, we could just sit down and paint and have fun. I've been to quite a few sipping paints over the years or paint parties, or however you want to call them. And the the thing that people felt most resistant to was trying to draw or paint from within.
Mm.
And that's just even my experience. Even before I was doing it, I was so anxious going to the sipping paints that I'd sit there and be like, I'm scared to touch this paintbrush to this canvas because I might mess up. So when I started doing it, I said, well, how can I take that anxiety away?
Mm.
So I sketched the images on the canvases. So it's easier for you to create from what's there than to try to create from within. You might not be able to do that in 2 hours, but you can do what I'm presenting in front of you in 2 hours to 2.5 hours. So you can outline your image, and then you can start painting and coloring it in, filling it in. If you think about it as a virtual or a live um, coloring book. So I sketched the canvas, you would outline it with your markers, and then you would paint it with the paint. To me, it's just like a coloring book. You're just using paint. You're
Yes.
being a little bit more physical into it.
Mhm. How would you describe your typical paintings that you create for those pop-up parties? Is it by based on what they want to do, or is it pre?
Well, I will do it based on the person hosting a private party.
Mhm.
So it's different for a private party. If you're saying you like to do, wine in a wine bottle, then I'll create something. But when I'm doing my events that I'm inviting the outside in, I create the image.
Create the images.
So my first paint party was uh it was called a ladies' night edition. So I created a beautiful painting of a lady. The next one, the big one that I did for people to come into my circle was wine therapy. So I did a abstract wine bottle, wine glass, and it was just a wine. So it's just based on the energy in the event for the night.
Okay, good. I want you to talk about your link tree for the people who are watching and listening. How can they find out about these pop-up parties and tell them all your media handles?
Okay, so on my link tree, I have my pop-up paint parties, which is my either coming to me to an event where I'm having a paint night, a sip and paint. At that time, I would post a link for them to purchase their tickets to get to the party. They're usually $40 per person. With the $40, you get everything you need to create your painting. You get the paint, the canvas, the paint brushes, um, the apron. I supply everything you need. And then I also have a link tree if you're interested in purchasing my art. So I have art for sale that I've created over the past 4 years. And then the next one is my author link. I write books, I write novels, and I'm going to just let you know it's called erotica. I call them drama erotica, and it's full of drama and erotica. And so I have a page for that. So you can go on that page and you can purchase the book. So I have three link tree links on my link tree, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
It
um,
does.
for my art, for my entrepreneur with the paint parties, and with my book. So I have they're all separate. When I started these journeys, they were at different times, and I haven't figured out how to combine them. So as soon as I figure out how to combine them, I will. But as of today, they're all separate, but it's all coming to me. That's
I
the
love
best I
it.
can do. That's the best I can do with that.
No, Tammy, I love it because when I went and looked, I just love the way everything about being the author is there. So
Yes.
it's no question. I love it. And your Instagram handle, you guys, is scrolling Ravee Sloan. So I want to make sure you all follow her on Instagram. So let's talk about with the author or even with the painting process, Tammy. Do you keep a journal? How do you keep up with all of this?
I keep different type of journals.
Okay.
So I keep art journals. I keep written journals. I keep calendar journals, literally. But I am a writer, so I'm always writing something down, being able to go back to it, having some type of order, some type of a list. I'm a list person. So as long as I have a list, then I know I'm not leaving anything out. I'm not a perfectionist, but again, I do my best to give my best at all times. And that means not leaving. I shouldn't have a paint party and I left the paint at home.
Right.
Just like going to church's chicken and they don't have chicken.
You know,
Why? So I mean, so I have lists to make sure I don't leave things out. So I have different processes to journal my growth, and I could look at paintings. I actually have a what is it called? Like a list on my phone. And if
mhm.
I hear something that sounds like a title of a book, I'll put it in there. But for me, hearing the title, I have the whole story in my head, the
Mm,
characters, what's going to happen. So I continuously write things down, jot things down, sticky notes in my phone, sticky notes on my computer, whatever it is, talking to someone like, okay, look, I've been thinking about this. So I get it out some kind of way. I can't leave it in. I tell my daughter, she's starting her business, write things down because then it's visible.
yeah.
It's tangible. You see it, you feel it. So I go with that with myself as well. But I have several avenues of journaling them. It's not just a journal, it's
Okay.
a painting. Or or a song. I create playlists. And in that playlist, I can hear a song and remember how I felt at that moment. And I can use that playlist to help build me to the next level or remind me how far I've grown.
I love it. I love it. Well, is there anyone out there we want to put in the atmosphere who you would like to collaborate with writing or even being an artist?
Oh, of course, writing. We're gonna go with what's my lady's name? Ava DuVernay.
Yes.
Oh yes, she's an amazing um writer to me. If I had to write a book with someone, Terry McMillan, and I know this is a thing from the past, but Zora Neale Hurston. It's the first book I read as a child, and
Mhm.
it made me understand. Oh my God, you can write how you talk. I didn't. I thought you took English classes and composition and literature to learn how to write appropriately.
Mhm.
But when I read Zora Neale Hurston, it to me it was like, wait a minute, you can actually write how you speak, and from there, that's where writing became an interest to me because I no longer had to do it how I was taught to do it. I
Mm,
could do it how I felt like my character spoke. Because each character has their own personality. But if
mm,
you have to do it through literature, you can't write like that. You have to write how literature tells you to write, with your sonnets and your I'm upon appeals and all this stuff. But for Neil Hurston, I was able to write how I am familiar with people speaking.
mm.
So that opened up a door for me.
I love it. Have you ever thought about writing a play? Putting any
Yeah, yeah, sure have.
Yes, come on. This is the season.
I have a play, I have a movie, and I have a sitcom. Not a what is it called? A streaming show that
Okay.
will come every season. I
Yeah.
have the ideas for them, and we'll be so connected to them because it's my life from my experiences living in Atlanta, living in a black community, going to a HBCU, going to a black, a predominantly black high school, going to a AME church. So
Yeah.
yes, I would love. I got them. I got them. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I got them. I just need to submit them, and I don't know that process. So that's where I am now. Um, in my journey, I've started the business
Mhm.
to be able to survive life and pay my bills and things like that. But I know I have to take steps out on faith when it comes to this next part. And then I have to be patient to see where it's going. But I have movie ideas. I have them all. Writing is my love. I can escape. I don't hear or see what's going on around me when I'm writing. I really become the characters, the plot. I become all of that when I write.
I love it. Well, let's talk about. We're not gonna dare back. I don't want gonna keep it up high, but I want to know what kind of challenges though have you faced throughout this process, and what kind of advice can you give to anyone who's listening? Because there may be a young writer, a young artist, and they're trying to step out on faith and do what you have done through the pain. So, what kind of challenges did you face, and how did you overcome them?
All of them have been challenges for me because I'm now 49. So I started later than what a lot of people would have started. For me, that was the biggest challenge, either trying to fit in or stand out.
Mhm.
Um, the thing that I had to learn to do was to believe in myself,
Amen.
understand that what God gave to me is for me. I don't need to understand how it's going to manifest. Just believe that it's for me. I surrounded myself with good people, my fiance, my family, my daughter, my son, my church members, my
Mm.
friends, my neighbors. So really putting yourself in a circle of people that just believe in you. I'm not saying someone to put you on a pedestal, but someone that hears your story. This is, oh wow, you know what? I think I want to write a book. Okay, tell me about your book. Not someone like you really think you can write a book?
Mm,
You need those kind of people around you.
right.
So it's about you choosing who's around you to fill your spirit or give you soul food. Who's going to help you believe in yourself more or to step out on faith and have the courage to do it. They don't have to understand what you're doing to support you in what you're doing because you're
Mm,
going to get a lot of advice from people who never did what you do, but they'll tell you exactly what you need to be doing. And it's like, well, when did you do it? How did it fall out for you? How did it work for you? Because you're telling me how to live my life, but you never did it. I don't need that kind of energy around me. I need energy around me to say, well, you know what? You sound passionate. I believe in you. You have your head on right. You made the right steps. That's the energy I need.
awesome. I love it.
And you can't get that from anywhere. You start from your closest circles from within your family, your best friends, your church members. Even if you have co-workers, I always don't agree with that. But if you got co-workers that actually become your friends out of it,
Mhm.
go for it. But whoever can help uplift you and help you see something positive in something, as opposed to finding something negative in everything.
Yeah.
Anything can happen, but how do you respond to it?
Yes.
You have some people in your life that help you respond to it in a way that you find solutions. And then you have some people to respond to it that you feel like, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. That's not the type of people I need in my circle.
Yes. 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 Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. So, what is your biggest reward that you feel from all of this?
The biggest reward is introducing my son to people who never even know he existed.
Mm,
Because the moment you ask me, how long have you been painting or what made you paint? Now I can introduce you to my son.
yes. And I see that smile and that happy birthday feeling comes up.
Yeah,
So
that's the biggest reward.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Woo! What impact has the internet helped you? Some people they say the internet is too much, but how has the media platforms, how has they helped you with everything?
I just go through the motions. I promote on different audience levels. Again, you have to kind of know your audience. And there's an audience that's still email, so you have to communicate with that audience. You
Mm,
have an audience that's Facebook. You have to communicate with that audience. You have an audience that's Instagram or TikTok or what's the other one? I don't even know. Because I mean, I just do what I need to do to get the information out there. I share it with others. The biggest thing that I do to help me on social media is I support other people. That's the biggest thing that I can do. I may not need your services, but someone may need your services. So I either share the information with that individual or I share it on my page. I share my information. I try to use hashtags that reach the people that are, within the group that I'm doing. So if I'm doing paint parties, I'm trying to reach the hashtag group that do paint parties. If I'm doing author things, then I reach the hashtag. But I appreciate the social media, the internet, because now you can reach so many different people on so many different platforms. Well, when I first got started, it was you had to have a website or you had to have email. That was pretty much it. And
mm,
everyone, Mama, I love you, but my mama didn't know how to do internet. So it was a whole audience you were losing
mm.
because of how you were reaching them. Where now you have a way to reach everyone. So I just take advantage of those opportunities. I do the best I can. I
Mm.
don't beat myself up if I don't get the response I want, but I pat myself on the back because I did what I was supposed to do.
Now we have approached a year with COVID-19. So, in any way, how has COVID-19 positively or negatively impacted you or your business or anything? Because some people look at COVID-19 negatively, but for you, hey, let's hear your story with COVID-19.
Man, when I tell you COVID, to me, COVID-19, and I don't say this to dismiss the health crisis that came behind it,
Right.
but literally before COVID, I used to say, how can I work from home? How can I be a contributing to the job I'm doing and feel good about it because I'm able to work it on my pace
Mm,
during the way I want it to work. So outside of the health crisis, COVID was a dream come true for me because now I can work from home. I'm able to get the work done when I want to get it done. I feel excited that I'm able to contribute to my job, my 9 to 5 job,
mm,
um, on a daily basis because now I can work the way that works best for me.
mm.
So I am loving it. If I could work home for the rest of my life, I would work home for the rest of my life. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm so excited about it. But I get the work done. I get it done. I don't have to deal with, and this is no shade, but I don't have to deal with negative energies. I
Mm.
don't have to deal with other people's insecurities. I don't have to deal with other people not being a hard worker. I know the type of worker I am. And I come in, I get the job done, I tune the world out, I get it done fast, accurately. That's just the type of employee I am. But it's hard to do that when you have people around you that's not doing it.
That's true.
But now that I'm working from home, I get my work done ahead of schedule every time.
And
So
you
I,
have
I have time to
right.
kick back or relax a little bit. Even if I were at the job and I didn't have anything to do, I still had to be busy because I'm sitting at a desk. So now it's like, okay, I get the job done and I could do more research on how to do my job better. I could take workshops that's offered that I couldn't take when I was working on the job. They offered the same workshops, but because I had to do the schedule, how the supervisor wanted the schedule done, I never had time to do the workshops. So now I could take the workshops, learn more of the skill. How can I contribute better to my job? So I feel that they helped me a lot. I learned a lot during COVID from my job and being able to contribute to my job in a better way.
Mm. All right, I have a very important question to ask you. All of these questions have been important, but the platform here on Sylvia Camille is, of course, to inspire and push people towards their dreams.
Okay.
You see behind me, dream big, because this is our mantra on Sunday Night Live. And I also have a pillow that says dream big because I'm a dreamer and I'm living my dream each day. Well,
Okay.
day when I do Sunday Night Live and when I sing before people. So, what is your biggest dream?
My biggest dream for me is to share with others what God has given to me.
Mhm.
God gave us all a gift, like a fragrance, like a perfume or a flower. We all have something to leave, to contribute, to expand this world. And I want to be used up by doing what it is God gave me. So if it's writing, using the right words to encourage someone, to support someone, or even to tell their story, then I want to do that. Painting a picture, capturing a moment, capturing how I feel, sharing this moment through visual art for generations to come, then at this moment, this is what I want to do. And now that I'm doing the pop up paint parties, if I can share for 2 hours to release your past and enjoy this moment and have fun and create and release, if for 2 hours I can make you or help you to escape everything else that's going on, then that's my job for those 2 hours. So to fully give all that God has given to me and share it with others, that's my biggest dream.
Oh, that's a beautiful dream. You're gonna touch so many people.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. In doing so with those dreams, what other goals do you have for yourself? Did you have a vision board for 2021? Are you a person that writes down, make a vision board in the beginning of the year?
Well, I keep trying to do the vision board with friends and feel like, okay, that's where the problem lies. I'm waiting on other people to do. However, I have a blessing book.
Mm.
So very similar. I put things in my book, whether it's a journal or an article or a quote or just whatever. So I call it a blessing book, but in my opinion, it's the same as a vision board, but it's something that I do ongoing. Like my dream car is a Mercedes Benz 450 GLE. So anytime I can see a picture of this car and I've sit in black, I make sure I put this picture somewhere. If I see the car out, I make sure I go and touch the car. So far, no alarms have gone off, but I really have. everyone I saw. I even made a key that looks like a Mercedes-Benz keychain because I'm trying to manifest it. So those are the things that I do that I look forward to. But just sharing, getting to there, I love sharing that part. It's an amazing feeling to not just be strong, but share your strength with others when you're going through things.
Mhm. I love it. Love it. I wrote that down. A blessing book.
Yeah, blessing book.
Blessing book. So we're going to be wrapping up in just a moment, but I have some more. What are two or three inspirational nuggets that you can leave with everyone to keep them on their journey, to keep them steadfast?
Believe in yourself.
Mm,
Really, really believe in yourself. Don't believe in yourself that you have to ask other people to co-sign with you or to give you their opinion of your thoughts. Just believe in yourself. Believe in it. If God gives you the vision, He'll give you the provisions. And I didn't make that up. Someone else did, but it's helped me along this journey. Really, believe in yourself.
I-
You wouldn't have these ideas if God didn't give them to you to believe in having these ideas. So if it's starting a business, but someone is telling you, well, you've never ran a business before. If you listen to that, you'll never own that business.
mm,
Believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, believe in your connections, believe in your capabilities, and making whatever you want happen. I don't know what I'm doing, but I love doing it. I enjoy doing it. So I'm not doing it for other people. I'm doing it for me, for that birthday feeling. I'm
yeah,
not painting or doing art for someone else. I get a birthday feeling when I do this. So all of my stuff is to reach this birthday feeling. I
yes,
put the music on, I dance, I put on clothes. Sometimes I wear heels, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I go to the park, sometimes I go to church, sometimes I go to the club, sometimes I go to the art. Whatever I do, I'm doing for that birthday feeling.
mm,
I only have one life to live. My son showed me that. Where I never thought about an ending, I know tomorrow is not promised. I don't focus on that, but what I focus on, how am I going to enjoy this moment?
yes,
Because I might not get another one. So at this moment, I want the birthday feeling.
I love it. Oh,
That's what it's for.
that needs to be on a canvas, Tim. The
Okay.
birthday feeling.
Yeah.
The birthday feeling. And we have some viewers who are watching. They saying they love it. They love you. Amen. Love it. Sounds interesting. You are so talented. Miss Deborah Lewis is on, Miss Rose Bailey, Dr. Tawana Maddox, and Trauma Shaw. They are enjoying your inspiration that you are sharing with us this evening. With all of what has gone on in your life until this point, Tammy, how are you balancing all of this? How are you self-caring? What are you doing for yourself?
Self-care. I take a moment for me. I say my prayers. I thank God every morning when I wake up. I have a thing when I open my curtains, I'm thanking God for everything He's given me. When I make up my bed, I thank Him for all of the little things and the personal things. So it's a routine, literally. When I'm making up my bed, I'm thanking God for the bed, for the home, for the roof, for the clothes, for the opportunity, for the job. But when I open my curtains, I thank Him for the trees. I thank Him for the sun. I thank Him for the oxygen. I thank Him for life. I thank Him for breath. So those are routines to me that mean something. And I can't skip those things throughout the day because I can't stand a house with closed curtains. I can't stand a bed not made. So it's for me, it's like when I get these done, then I'm making that routine for my thankfulness and my gratitude. The next thing I do is I try to find the joy in the moments that happened right before I woke up and create the moments for the rest of the day. I
Mm,
feel like I have that kind of power by finding the birthday feeling. We're gonna keep going back to this
that birth-
because once I feel good, I can feel good about the next moment.
yes.
I could feel good about yesterday. I could feel good about this morning, even when it's bad things. I try to find the good thing in okay, what should I have learned from this experience that most people would say, if you get a flat tire, what did I learn from it? Well, one, maybe it was keeping me from something that was keeping me out of harm's way. So
Mm,
I always try to find the good in it. So that's just something I do. It makes me feel better. I love this birthday feeling. It's like a drug. So what I have to do to get to it is what I do to get to it. From every step of waking up to the foods I eat, to the places I go, to the people I communicate with and interact with, do they make me feel good? Is this situation going to make me feel good? So I
Mm.
go from there and I move based on that feeling.
All right, the final thought. The final thought. What message would you want to leave to all of your fans who are leaving and the people who are watching? Your final thought for them.
Final thought, believe in yourself. Today, today is right now. Tomorrow's not promised. And
Mm.
do it. Wear that special outfit. Go to that special place. Eat that food that you've been holding on. That you just do it. You don't know what tomorrow will bring, and life changes at the drop of a dime. Literally, we all know this. So do make the best of this moment. This moment.
Yeah.
That's it. This is the only moment you have. The past is gone. The future's not here. But this moment is the moment you have. Find your peace. Find your birthday feeling, and move from there. Just move in that feeling. That's
Mm.
it. Move in that birthday feeling, and
Yeah.
you surprised at the outcome because of you making decisions off of feeling good.
Mm. I love it, Tammy. This was beautiful. I want to tell you again, thank you so much for spending this time with me with Sunday Night Live with Sylvia Camille. Again, tell everyone how they can follow you. Go to her Instagram page, like, comment, share, look at her link tree. Tell us one more.
My Instagram page that I would like you to follow is at popup_paint_parties. On that page, I do have a link tree, but this is the new road that I'm going down. I would like for you to join this journey with me. It's an exciting journey. So I would like for you to start this journey with me because I'm just beginning it. And I would love for you to join me on that journey and have maybe even have your own paint party or show up at one of the ones that I'm hosting. But it's an exciting journey to see me begin this journey and just stepping out here on faith and maintaining that birthday feeling.
Yes, yes. And I don't know if you may have answered it. How did those pop-up parties begin? Like what came to your mind to say, I need to do this?
Well, two reasons. I want my own brick and mortar pop up, paint party business that people can come to. And I'm going to go back a little bit. The murder of my son
Hmm.
was released because they didn't have enough evidence. So some of it, so 50% of my proceeds go to the a reward for finding information on the killer of my son, and the other 50% is going towards me getting my own business.
Okay.
So it's a purpose behind what I'm doing. And I didn't know, I didn't have the funds to get my own business. So I said, well, even if I got a business, no one knows I'm doing it. Let's create a clientele. Let's create some customers. Let them see what I can do. So when I get my building, they'll come. But
Yeah.
right now, just if I open up a business, I don't have anyone that will come. So this was the avenue to create the brand and a purpose. So it's both a brand and a purpose.
Praying in the purpose. God has so much in store for you.
Yeah, thank you.
I love it. Don't you go away, okay? I'm gonna pull you out for 1 second. I have enjoyed you thoroughly. And
Thank you.
I love it. They're saying thank you. I like it. They're gonna be coming to them pop-up parties.
Okay. Yes, we have so much fun.
There
Yeah.
for 1 second. Guys, was that not amazing or what? Tammy has shared with us how she turned her pain into painting and her purpose with her pop-up parties. We all need to make sure that we go so we can help her with her brand and also the purpose of finding out the investigation of her son's death. And the inspirational nuggets that I want to leave with you all, what she said. I love that blessing book. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. If God gives you the vision, he will give you the provision. So he'll provide for you. So whatever's going on in your mind, you say, I want to do this, go ahead and do it because God has given you the vision and he's going to provide whatever you need to get it done. And I love that birthday feeling. That birthday feeling. So when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm like, hey, I got that birthday feeling like Tammy put on for me. I want to thank you all so much for spending this time with me on Sunday Night Live with Sylvia Camille. Don't forget to like, comment, share this inspirational video. That's our purpose, and that's the reason why I have this platform, because I want people to dream and to live your life to the fullest. I love you. Same time, same place, next Sunday at 6 o'clock. Love you. Smooches. Have a good week, and remember, the word of the week is perseverance. So push through and persevere. Whatever's going on in your life, you can do it. Love you.